For a man, the ability to master his emotions and maintain as much composure as is humanly possible, even in the face of the most difficult and stressful circumstances, can mean the difference between life and death. All it takes is one mistaken move or one word that shouldn't have been said for a man to put his life in jeopardy when interacting with another man or a particular group of people. Even the Bible has many scriptures that emphasize how important it is for a man to keep his emotions in check. One of these scriptures says that a man who guards his mouth preserves his life, while a man who opens wide his lip shall have destruction. I want you guys to understand that as men, we cannot allow our emotions to get the best of us under any circumstances, especially when dealing with women. I have seen countless men lose their lives to another man because they cannot control their emotions. I've seen men get thrown into the Gillette simply because they are unable to control their feelings, and I've seen men delete themselves all because they were too invested in a woman. So I'm here to tell you that it is very important that you learn how to remain calm and level-headed while keeping your emotions in check, especially when dealing with women. You cannot afford to be emotional when it comes to women because that is where they strive and have all the control power over you. And this is the clear difference between men and women. Have you ever noticed that the man who maintains his composure during an argument or debate is the man who is in control of the situation? On the other hand, the man who acts overly emotional and shouts and screams the loudest comes off as brash. The traditional notions of what it means to be a man are being chipped away at by society in an effort to shift the balance of power away from men and toward women. In today's culture, men who show their emotions in public are not considered to be acting in a masculine manner. Strangely enough, society promotes the idea that masculinity is harmful, even though a real man is one who is in touch with his feelings. This further demonstrates that the agenda does not want men to be masculine and to control their emotions because, as I have stated previously, a man who controls his emotions will be in control of whatever situation he is thrown into. This could be with women, business, working environment, strangers, and whatever life throws at him. So I know I must sound like a broken record, but I had to emphasize the importance of remaining calm and displaying your masculinity in today's society, because being feminine is more valued than being. You have to realize that the majority of a man's worth is derived from his ability to solve problems and lead other people. Now, men who are overly emotional are not good at solving problems when they are emotional and will not lead other people well. This is why you never see women solving any of their problems, but instead look towards men in society to solve them. And we know damn well that most women are not naturally good leaders, and most of them do not want to assume the responsibility and accountability that comes along with being a leader. It's as if something in you is turned off by these men and the way they behave and deal with situations. Am I lying? We usually laugh at and make fun of these men, but we never respect the men who act like a bitch in those films. This is why you must do your best to maintain control over your emotions and be unapologetic about being a masculine man who gives a rat's ass about what other people think. Be who you were meant to be and not who they want you to be. I believe we've covered the importance of being in control of your emotions and why men should be masculine. Now let's look at why you should never let women control your emotions. If you're an intelligent man, you already know that modern women don't have your best interests at heart, and their goal is to use you to get something out of you. They do this and get what they want from men by using the only card they have up their sleeve, which is their genitivity. Women are selfish at their core and only think about themselves and surviving for the most part. This is how they've managed to survive for as long as they have without having to fight wars and go out and provide. When you realize that the only card women have against men is manipulation, then women will become easy. I'm not saying that you will have an easy time dealing with them or that you will automatically know how to manipulate them. I'm saying that you will understand that the only card women have against men is manipulation. This is why I've stated in a previous video that men who walk away from relationships are the enemies of all women. Men who are done with women cannot be easily manipulated. They don't give the woman any chance. This one warm, pleasurable thing holds the majority of men's lives hostage, and it is the downfall of men as a whole. If it weren't for men's need to roar up inside women, relationships wouldn't exist, dating wouldn't exist, marriage wouldn't exist, child support wouldn't exist, and the mummy industry wouldn't exist. Unfortunately, a peace sleeve is a vice for most men on the planet. This one more mole has cost countless men. This demonstrates how risky it is to be around women. Men who have chosen to go their own way have done so because they do not engage in erotic activity with women, which prevents their feelings from being influenced by a female partner. Do you see why they hate men who walk away from relationships so much? Have you noticed how they always try to pull you back to the plantation when you decide you're done with relationships? It doesn't matter who the woman is. She could be a member of your family or a complete stranger. It would be a loss for them if every man decided to stop having bedroom fun with women and stop interacting with women. They are all plagued by the problem of men who are finished with relationships because they are aware that those men are beyond their control. It is physically impossible for a woman to exert control over a man who has cut himself off from all aspects of what it means to be a woman. You can completely stop women from controlling your emotions and manipulating you if you walk away from them. Do not have genitive relations with them, and do not have any other kind of relationship with them outside of work. This is how you ultimately gain power over women. You can't see yourselves never having bedroom fun ever again. So how do you deal with them using their sleeve as a weapon against you? The first step in controlling yourself is to have sausage control. When you've ascended to the heights of refusing makeover with an attractive woman who is making it easy for you to put her 10 toes up, then you will be in control of your jiggling. At this point, I know that most of the brothers are watching this. When you look at it like that, the magic disappears, doesn't it? It's just a warm, tight hole that feels good. When you push and shove at the end of the day, it smells and tastes salty for the most part. That's really what you're risking your life over when you look at it like that. The magic disappears, doesn't it? Yeah, it's nothing special. At the end of the day, we're just a program. There are really only two advantages that women have over men, and those advantages are the ability to manipulate men and the ability to keep their peace. If it weren't for those advantages, you wouldn't even care about women, and that's the truth. Now you'd have to decide what kind of life you want to live, but one thing is for sure. If you walk away, women will have no power to control you. If you can't commit to that, then solemnly control monk mode and having all the schedule experiences with. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button. If you enjoyed this story and the lesson it attempted to teach you, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comment section below that you have done so. After that, I will provide a response to your observation. Also, if you want more stories like this one to be published, please leave a comment below indicating that you want to see it happen.